y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is Ready to Love season 5, 6, okay? Episode 5. You guys, I was here for the episode, okay? People was like, oh my God, the truth of game is messy. And y'all know I'm here for the mess of it all. So I was really happy that we got some mess. And it was definitely an eye-opener for all the singles, okay? Definitely an eye-opener. Okay, but anyway, y'all, if this your first time over here, if you like the content, just go ahead and subscribe, okay, and like this video. If it's not your first time here and you find yourself keep coming back here, why do you not subscribe? Why you not subscribed? Just go ahead and subscribe, okay? Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like this video. Comment down below what you think about this episode. That being said, let's just get into this review. So, y'all, the episode picks up exactly where it left off, okay? So, Demetrius tells AP that she's down in the bottom because they don't feel like she's healed enough, okay? She says, oh, so all the men are therapists now? Girl, you know you're not healed enough. you just know you're not, okay? And then they tell Precious that she's down in the bottom because they feel like she still wants to be part of the nightlife. And they are over that part of their life, okay? She want to be outside. She want to be outside, okay? And they want to be inside, okay? So ultimately, the men have decided to send AP home. AP says she's devastated, okay? But she's trying to hold it all in together and she leaves with grace. I'm just like, AP, I understand that you lost your husband, but girl, you can't leave with that. You can't leave with that. And if you feel like you are healed, this process should show you that maybe you are not as healed as you think you are if everyone is saying they don't think that you are healed. Okay, so I hope she take this feedback and really apply it to her life because love is out there for you, AP. It's just not here on Ready to Love. Precious says that she needs to prove herself to the men because she is definitely over the party life, okay? And she don't want them to think that she wants to be behind a bar because she definitely wants to be behind her man. So Tommy lets them know, like, listen, I'm not bringing in no more singles. It's all y'all. It's all y'all. Go ahead, build them connections, make them strong, and find out who's really ready to love. Of course, as we know, it's the women's week to decide which male is going home. So all the men need to step it on up, okay? Point blank and the period. Y'all, I don't know why they just now making a place after they've been at this daggone pool party / barbecue for this whole day, okay? They finally get to make some place. Poor AP wanted to eat too. They gonna send that girl home hungry? Y'all could at least let her get a hot dog, a hamburger, or something, okay? Y'all, I don't understand where this came from, but Cliff was making Cameron's plate. I was like, not Clifton over there making a plate for Cameron. Why you ain't making a plate for Joy, Clifton? What's that about? It's like they try to stay under the radar so nobody can really see what's going on, but everybody knows what's going on, okay? Eric says that he's just happy that he got to cook for everyone and he really hopes that they enjoy the food because, you know, especially the women because one of them probably gonna be his wife. I was like, okay. The kid like, I don't want to say nothing, but I did tell him that shrimp pasta was my favorite. So I feel like he may have kind of made it for me. I ain't gonna say he made it for me, but it's given he made it for me. I was like, all right, Takia, we get it. We get it, all right? So then out of nowhere, Laverne was like, how about we just play a game of truth and dare? I said, woo, let's do it. So instantly, y'all know that daggone Precious don't see it for Laverne at all. She was like, I don't like that. This about to be messy. I was like, it definitely is, and it definitely did. Okay, Laverne just picks Christina because she's sitting right next to him. So he's like, truth or dare? She was like, dare. He was like, I dare you to go to the person you have the most connection with and rub on their chest, okay? She was like, I feel like I've been put on the spot. I was like, cause you did. You definitely are on the spot, okay? She goes over and she rubs on Paul's shoulders. And I was like, why Paul? But okay. Okay. Wally is kind of in his feelings because, of course, you know, Katina is the only girl that's here in his age range. We know that they brought her there specifically for him, and she want the older man, the oldest man at that, okay? Poor Wally. Wally, this just ain't for you, sir. This just ain't for you, okay? So then Donovan dares Joy to go kiss the man she has the most connection with. That daggone Joy got up and ran over to Clifton so fast, she gave him a good old kiss, okay? She got in the confession, was like, I gave him a good old kiss, so he will never forget. And ain't nobody at that table gonna ever forget. I said, okay, Joy, we get it. We get it. That's your man, and that's all, okay? Cameron's sitting there like, I'm just confused. Like, He just made me a whole plate. And then here come Joy just gonna scoop up in there and go give him a kiss. I'm like, girl, you missed out on that connection. You came late. You came real late, okay? They've been hitting it off since day one. And I mean literally day one, okay? So the kid asked Cameron, truth or dare? And Cameron was like, truth, because y'all know Cameron not here for the dare of it all, okay? She was like, do you really feel like you have a genuine connection with someone, or you just picking someone because of the selection, okay? She trying to figure out if, you know, she really got a connection with Eric or not, because, you know, the kid, that's her man, okay? And you know that Cameron got a little soft spot for Eric as well. She just trying to figure out, sis, do you really see it for him, or are you just checking for him because he's just here? I see you, Takia. You ain't low, sis. You ain't low, okay? She says, that's a good question. But no, I really have a genuine connection with someone or someones. I was like, who's these someones? Eric and Clifton? I see you, Cameron. Cameron done scooped up in there. She trying to get her little man, okay? So then Eric dares Sabrina to go nibble on the man she has the most connection with, okay? Now, everyone's like, you might as well go and walk over there, Tori. You might as well go over there, Tori, okay? Because everyone was thinking she was going to go kiss and nibble on Tori's ear. But no, Sabrina went over to Demetrius, okay? And she's like nibbling on his ear. And Tori was like, oh, so this what we doing, huh? Oh, he definitely bothered. He definitely bothered. But I knew she was going to go to Demetrius, y'all, because remember when they were sitting in the daggone bus and she was just like, me and Demetrius got this connection, but he's just like sitting there laid back. And then she was sitting there like, I was really hoping that we would have this time to talk when they was talking. And he was telling her that he's pursuing her. And she was really happy about it, okay? And even when Tori gave her the cupcake, she was like, Tori really stepping up. He might be, you know, taking the edge over Demetrius. She's always been more focused on Demetrius. So I don't know why anybody was surprised. But Tori was definitely surprised. And so was everyone else. Because they was like, what? Demetrius? And I was like, yup, I knew it. I knew it, okay? Then Ace dares Demetrius to go kiss who he feels he has the biggest connection with. And y'all know Demetrius went over there and kissed him some daggone Sabrina. Y'all knew that was going to happen, okay? Tori was like, I'm going to head out now. I'm going to head out. I'm going to pack this ish up. I gotta go. I was like, oh, poor Tori, okay? Tori's little heart was broken. It was a little broken, okay? One thing about the Truth or Dare game, they need to play this every freaking season, okay? Just around this time so we can really get a clear vision on who's connecting with who, because y'all know we be confused. So I think Ready to Love, make Truth or Dare part of the game that's played every season. Just saying, I think it's a good idea. But I do want to say, imagine if Demetrius didn't go over to Sabrina and kiss her. What if he would have went to somebody else? Child, Sabrina would have fell out on the floor and I'd have been like, you should have kissed Tori. You should have kissed Tori, but they ain't happen like that. Y'all know I'll be making up stuff in my head trying to figure out how I would have played out. Precious, Joy, Wally, Demetrius, and Clifton go on a group date, okay? And they go to like this adult jungle gym place, and it looked like it's a lot of fun, right? Poor Wally is literally struggling on this thing, okay? His little legs is just trying and trying and trying and trying. He like, I should have wore something else. I was like, you definitely should have, because them tight pants is not helping you right now, Wally. They definitely not helping you, okay? Of course, Clifton and Joy are getting their little flirt on. Clifton was even like flirting a little bit with Precious. Like, Precious, the balls are all yours. The balls are all yours. I'm like, that Clifton gonna get around and Clifton don't do nothing else, okay? But anyway, it's when Joy tries to talk to Wally that it just gets a little awkward, okay? Because Joy's trying to pull something out of Wally, but Wally's just not stepping up to the plate. And I'm like, yeah, this is not the group of women for you, Wally. It's just not. Even Joy was like he not giving me nothing. He's just not giving me anything. Like, I'm giving him the opportunity, but he's not taking the opportunity to build a connection. And that's exactly what was happening. He just didn't know how to like jump in and do what he was supposed to do. I don't know what he was supposed to do, but I felt like he was supposed to do something, okay? Precious takes this time to go to Demetrius to try to clean up the mess that she started the other day, okay? So she's doing damage control. She's over there like, I definitely want to like settle down. I'm over like being out in a club. And Demetrius is sitting here trying to figure out, is it genuine or not? Because she was just, in the bottom. She was just almost at home. So like, are you really over that life, or you just saying that because that's why we put you down in the bottom? And I'm like, she know that y'all put her down in the bottom. I don't think she really over that life, because if she was, because if y'all didn't say anything, she probably wouldn't even like, changed up. But now that she know, I guess she's trying to fix it. Either way, Demetrius don't know how he really feel about it. And I just feel like Precious just don't want to go home. But Precious, you and that side part, it's time to part. It's definitely time to part. So Sabrina invites Tori out to dinner so that they can have a conversation and clear the air about what happened at the pool party, okay? So when they sit down and start talking, Tori tells her that he feels like they had a better connection than he thought they had, okay? And that, like, you was over there kissing Demetrius and Demetrius over there kissing you, so I'm trying to figure out, like, where do I stand in this whole situation? And she was like, but I just wanted to be honest. He like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you kind of, like, blindsided me. Like, you didn't even tell me that he was, like, competition in a sense, sort of, okay? Like, I didn't even know that I was playing up against Demetrius, okay? He just wants her to understand, just be honest about what you got going on so he not out here looking stupid, okay? But she's like, you just need to understand that I'm doing this process and you need to be patient with me. Tori is at the point where he's like, I'm not coming in second to nobody, point blank in the period. So, like, what's going on? She was like, so what you trying to say? Like, it's either all or nothing. And he's like, I'm not saying it's all or nothing. I want you to have this experience, but I just want you to be open and communicate to me how you're feeling so I'm not blindsided when we play truth or dare and you go over there and start kissing on Demetrius. I just felt like, even though Tori has valid points, you can't expect for her to be all in. You can't expect for her to be all in yet. Like, she has to go through this process, and Tori, you need to go through this process as well. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because that's what it's looking like. It's like you just stuck with Sabrina, and then you realize that Sabrina got someone else in the mix, and now you sitting here looking confused because you think you might go home because you don't have any other connections. Stop focusing on her and find you some more connections, because obviously Sabrina might not just be the one. And that's just that on that. So Cameron gonna wear her little sexy little outfit, okay, to go meet with Paul, okay? So Cameron and Paul go out or whatever the case may be, and they sitting down talking. Paul was like, whoo, when he saw her. He was like, whoo. I was like, okay, she was kind of wearing that dress, okay? He said, but I don't want to objectify her, okay? I just really want to get to know her. I was like, sounds good, Paul. Sounds good. Meanwhile, Tina and Donovan go on a date, okay? And she's like, she really want to get to know him. She was kind of like side-eyeing him or whatever the case may be. So when they sit down, they start talking about their children. But y'all, it was really hard to follow what they was talking about because they was like literally talking over each other. And I'm like, okay, I can't follow this and I ain't got no notes. But it seemed like y'all was hitting it off real good, okay? So then we cut over to Paul, and Paul gonna tell Cameron that he really want to give her his pickle. I was like, pause. Huh? You want to give her your what? He was like, I really want to give her my pickle. I was like, I thought you wasn't going to objectify her, but you want to give her your pickle? So Cameron was like, so you going to feed it to me or you going to give it to me? And he was like, I could feed it to you. And she was like, okay. And then he takes this pickle and he like puts it in her mouth and she like bites it all nice and slow and sexual and seductive. And I was like, I don't want to see it. But I had to see it. It was weird. It was definitely weird. I was like, why are we doing this? And like the stare she was giving him when she was biting on that pickle, I said, the visions that I was having wasn't really, I mean, they was going with what was happening, but I shouldn't have been having them. I just shouldn't have been having them. Okay. So then Paul and Precious start talking about, what their deal breakers are. And he just don't want someone who's going to be content with where they at. He wants someone to continue to strive for more and better. And she was like, that's why she left her ex, because he was kind of like just stuck in one place and she wanted to grow and she wanted more out of life, so she had to let him go, okay? So they definitely kicking it off and they vibing, okay? She was sitting there staring at him, giving him the eyes or whatever the case may be, and then Paul was like, she got that stare that make me want to hand over my keys, my wallet, sign over the deed to my house, give her my credit card information, my bank account information. And I was like, it's a stare? Tyra Banks been telling us for years, y'all, smiles. It's in the eyes. Y'all remember America's Next Top Model should be like, you gotta do it, you gotta smile with your eyes. Smiles. And I was like, oh my God. We should have been doing this all this time because that's how you get the deed signed over. That's how you get the credit card information. Okay? Carmen was watching that America's Top Model. She got it down packed. Okay? Now she about to get her a whole sugar daddy because that's what Paul out here doing, being a sugar daddy. Okay? Y'all, I was like, lesson learned. Y'all learn. Okay? Smiles. For now on, you smiles. That's how you do it. But anyway, y'all, they seem to be hitting it off. She was happy that she got him to feed her a pickle. Okay, and I was like, well, look, energy match energy. If she want to be sexual and he want to be sexual and they want the same things out of life, I say go for it. Like, what we got to lose? Nothing. So now some of the singles meet up to go out to a little club, bar, whatever the case may be. I don't remember who all was there, so I don't have no names to run down for y'all. But anyway, Katina got on like this money dress. And I was like, girl, what is that you got on? And why you got that on? But you put that on? You picked that out? Okay. I mean, she looked like she had a dress on. Okay, anyway. Her body looked nice in the dress, and it was just a dress. It was just a dress, okay? But anyway, her and Paul talking, and they really have some chemistry, y'all. They really do, okay? Laverne goes over to talk to Ace, okay? Of course, he was like, so what was like, how did you feel about the pool party? What was the best parts or whatever the case? And she's telling him, and he was like, well, I thought it would be like, seeing me in my little short shorts and no t-shirt. And I was like, why the short shorts? He wears short shorts. We wear short shorts. We all wear short shorts. Like, what the? Why, Laverne? Why? Why the short shorts? It's just giving me touch my booty. That's what it's giving me, okay? But anyway, you can't deny that Laverne and Ace have a connection. They've been had a connection. So them connect don't really faze me because we already know that they had something going on, okay? Tori and Dakia are talking about the pool party, and he's telling her how he was a little blindsided about, Demetrius and Sabrina, and like he really need to step his game up and start building more connections with the other woman. Good for you, Tori, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to stay around because I like looking at you, and I want you to find love because that's what you're here for, okay? So then y'all, they start dancing. They start dancing, partying. They start hyping up Ace, okay? And then Ace start popping that back. She was like, popping that back, okay? I'm not gonna say she was twerking. I ain't gonna say she was like getting it. But she was popping that back. You know how we used to pop when we was growing up? Like pop, pop, pop. That's what she was doing, okay? And then you got the kids talking about something. Ace the twerk queen. I said, that's what that is? Okay. But Laverne was in the background like, slow it down. So then she added a little wine with the pop of the back. I said, go ahead, girl. Have your fun, Ace. Do what you got to do. The funny thing to me is that that's how I picture Ace dancing in my head anyway. That's exactly how I picture her dancing in my head. So it fit perfectly with the vision of Ace dancing for me. Okay, now Laverne's sitting down and Katina goes over to talk to him because y'all know the women always got to go over to Laverne, okay? Laverne basically starts talking about himself and his bodybuilding and all this other stuff and where he's from. He said he's from Great Indiana, okay? And she was like, oh, okay. He was like, but you should know, like, the first person that should come to your mind when I say Great Indiana. And she was like, who? And he was like, R&B. And she was like, R&B. Ooh, R&B. And he was like, I want to rock with you. And she was like, Michael Jackson? And he was like, yeah, the king of R&B. And I was like, huh? Boy, bye. Everybody and they mama know that Michael Jackson is the king of pop. The king of pop. And you gonna try to get her to know who you talking about by saying the king of R&B? Child, ain't that like R. Kelly or Usher or somebody? You went all the way to... Boy, I'm not doing this with you, Laverne. Not today. We not doing this today. But anyway, y'all... We done learned something new. Michael Jackson is the king of R&B. Child, get him off my screen. just dumb, okay? Tina was like, nah, he ain't for me. I was like, no, girl, he shouldn't be for nobody. It's not just you, nobody. But anyway, y'all, they finished having a good old time. It looked like they had fun hanging out and partying and dancing. It looked like a vibe, and I'm here for it, okay? So now it's time for deliberation. All the women meet up at the wine bar, okay? So we can just get into it. Of course, they start talking to Tommy about, the truth it did and how, it got a little steamy, it got a little hot. How Joy was running around kissing on Clifton. Okay, how Sabrina was nibbling on Demetrius' ear. Tommy was like, hold up, pause. What happened to Tori? And I was like, why y'all think she had this big, what was I missing? Because I always thought it was Demetrius, but everybody is saying it's Tori. But okay. So they start talking about who's in a top, okay? Now Tina says Paul. Cameron says Eric, but Paul too, okay? Zakiya says Paul, but Eric is winning. So I was like, Cameron and Zakiya both want Paul and Eric. That's going to be a girl fight. I'm waiting to see, okay? A says Laverne does it for her and Tori, because her and Tori got that little spoken word, that sultry part going on. I could see Ace with Tori. No, I can't. Never mind. I'm lying. But anyway, Precious says Paul and Donovan. And I was like, why is everybody saying Paul? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Y'all, I must be missing something. But it must be the age bracket I'm in that I just don't see it for Paul, okay? Sabrina says, of course, Demetrius. And I guess Tori. I mean, did she say Tori? I don't think she said Tori. And we didn't get to hear who Joy picked, but we know it was Clifton. So now we get down to the bottom, okay? Who's in the bottom? And I think that a lot of the women started saying Clifton only because they already knew that Joy had probably put the pause on him and locked him down. So they didn't want to step on those toes because Ace was like, I mean, he cool and all, but not like run around the table to go kiss him or whatever the case may be. I was like, shade. But everyone basically started talking about Wally, and they saying that it's not really anything to do with his age. It's just that he not really stepping up to the plate. And I'm just like, y'all didn't even really give him a chance. If you want to be honest about it, let's just be honest about it, okay? Y'all never gave Wally a full chance to get to know him, because as soon as you found out that that boy was 33, y'all was like, nah, I don't do young boys. And that's okay. But it's not okay on Ready to Love, okay? They start bringing up Laverne. And I was like, y'all should have been sent Laverne home. But it's always somebody fighting for somebody. And y'all know Ace ain't going to let Laverne go home. So y'all should already know who going home. The one person nobody's going to fight for. So which is why when Zakiya went to go talk to Wally and Precious went to go talk to Laverne, I already knew who was going home. But it's the conversation with Laverne that had me like, what's going on here, okay? Precious don't see it for Laverne whatsoever. The conversation from Precious to Laverne seemed very, very personal, okay? When she was bringing up that truth for dare and the mess that he started, he was like, I ain't start the best. I just started the game, and everybody else picked the truth for dares, okay? Everyone else was saying what they wanted to ask and do and stuff like that. All I did was start the game. Now, I honestly believe that production probably told him to start the game to get it jumping, okay? To get some footage of him, because y'all know he like to lay down in the cut and don't be trying to like be involved, okay? And then everybody else just ran with it. But she just didn't see it for him. And she was telling him, like, you seem guarded. You're like narcissist. And he was like, it's because I don't trust y'all. Y'all ain't do nothing to earn my trust. I said, whoop. Well, then why you won't come on Ready to Love, child, if you got trust issues? Like, make it all make sense. Send Laverne home. They should have did a double elimination, because I don't feel like he needs to be there either. But y'all know Ace was going to fight for Laverne, and wasn't nobody going to fight for Wally, and which is why Wally went home. And they want to say that it's because, he just wasn't stepping up to the plate. But honestly, it's because y'all never gave him a chance. And, Wally says that he's just going to, start, acting on his feelings more and showing up when he needs to. And that's good for you, Wally. I do feel Wally's ready for love, but just not ready for love on Ready to Love. And that's perfectly fine, because none of those women was checking for him, and I don't think he was really checking for any of them, to be honest. Just saying, y'all. And that was Ready to Love. And it was a good episode. And I'm starting to get really, invested. I'm starting to like these people a little bit more. They seem a little bit more genuine. And I'm just ready to see what this season is going to bring, because I know it's going to bring a lot, okay? Because next episode, I'm seeing more kisses. I'm seeing Laverne being a narcissist like they said he was, okay? And y'all, I'm just excited. Okay, so let me know what y'all think about this episode. Let me know which couples y'all rooting for down in the comments. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Peace.